Marvel just unveiled a treasure trove of previously unreleased deleted scenes from Spider-Man No Way Home, which includes various iterations of Tom Holland donning the symbiote suit. These deleted scenes are packed with a plethora of Easter eggs. Recently, you might have noticed Marvel dropping these new, mind-blowing deleted scenes for Spider-Man No Way Home. These scenes are even more exhilarating than the ones included in the Blu-ray release. It's curious why they never officially released these incredibly cool moments. Let's start by discussing the most significant revelation, Spider-Man donning the symbiote suit. In these deleted scenes, we see Tom Holland's Spider-Man sporting multiple versions of the iconic symbiote suit, reminiscent of the classic comic book designs. The Spider-Man emblem on the suit undergoes changes, aligning with the style of the original Secret Wars comics when he first acquires the symbiote suit. The attention to detail in capturing the comic book accuracy is truly commendable. Now, when you examine the strong comic book connection between Venom and Spider-Man, it's quite evident. With Sony's success in creating the Venom movie franchise and Tom Hardy's iconic portrayal of Venom, the question naturally arises. How do we bring these two iconic characters together in the cinematic universe? The initial logo design featured a golden color scheme. Subsequently, there were iterations in red and a more traditional white version, which closely resembled the comic book rendition Spider-Man wore after the Secret Wars storyline. The red logo was a particular obscure reference. There's an intriguing backstory behind this red Spider-Man symbiote suit. Before the Marvel Secret Wars event unfolded in the comics, during the planning phase, a fan contest was held to revamp Spider-Man's costume. Numerous fans submitted their artwork. In 1982, a fan named Randy Schuler submitted artwork depicting Spider-Man in a black suit with a red logo, predating the concept of the symbiote. This idea only became official when Todd McFarlane introduced the Venom character in a comic, which involved a bit of retroactive continuity. The black suit was initially referred to as the alien costume when Spider-Man acquired it during Secret Wars, and the term symbiote wasn't introduced until much later. When the fan submitted his design with the red logo, he simply wanted to see Spider-Man donning a black costume. Marvel ultimately adopted his idea and modified it into the version with the white logo. Essentially, he deserves credit for envisioning Spider-Man in the black costume. More recently, Marvel reintroduced this concept into the canon through Peter David and Rick Leonardi's work on Sensational Spider-Man, incorporating Easter eggs that alluded to Spider-Man obtaining the original suit during Secret Wars. In the original storyline, Spider-Man's suit sustains damage during Secret Wars, prompting him to discover an alien device that replaces it with the symbiote suit. However, during that time, it was still referred to as the alien costume. Regarding the white logo, its inclusion is self-explanatory, as it aimed to create a symbiote suit with a nod to the Secret Wars storyline and the original comics. The gold logo variant, on the other hand, attempted to blend the Venom symbiote narrative with the idea that Spider-Man received it while wearing his most recent advanced suit from the movie's conclusion. This advanced suit was itself a combination of Steve Ditko's classic design and the Iron Spider suit featuring gold highlights. The movie didn't specify when Spider-Man would acquire the Venom symbiote suit, but it's worth noting that initially, Venom was intended to have a more significant role than just a post-credits scene in the theatrical cut. The original plan involved Venom making an appearance earlier in the film, engaging in a battle with Spider-Man at the Statue of Liberty during the final showdown against the other Sinister Six villains. Tom Hardy's dialogue likely alluded to this scraped storyline. Originally, the plan was for him to use a portal to reach New York City and meet Spider-Man. It seemed like their backup strategy was to have Venom step in if Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield couldn't make it for some reason. Therefore, there were various potential endings to the movie where they all were supposed to appear, and in one of these scenarios, Venom would have made an entrance instead. The idea was that during this confrontation, Spider-Man would somehow come into contact with the Venom symbiote, which would then envelop him, eventually forming the iconic suit with the spider logo. This raised a significant question when the first Venom solo movie with Tom Hardy was released. How would they explain the presence of the logo if he hadn't yet encountered Tom Holland's Spider-Man? However, with the release of Venom, there were some crossovers in terms of on-screen appearances, so Venom now knew what Spider-Man's logo looked like. Kevin Feige had been hinting for a while that a crossover was possible, but he hadn't revealed the specifics of when or how it could occur. It seems that for a long time their plan was to incorporate this crossover in Spider-Man No Way Home unless Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's involvement fell through. They didn't disclose how the post-credits scene would have been altered if Venom had appeared earlier and introduced the symbiote suit twist. Presumably, it would have involved Venom returning to his universe at the end of the movie, but leaving a fragment of the symbiote behind, setting the stage for a larger Spider-Man symbiote story, much like what's happening now. They would have adjusted some of his dialogue to include references to their battle, possibly in conjunction with the Sinister Six villain's presence in the movie. Spider-Man's ever-evolving appearance is a central theme in his cinematic outings. With each new movie, he dons a fresh suit, and when it comes to Avengers films, they strive to incorporate obscure references. So why not introduce a significant nod to the Secret Wars storyline? The second noteworthy deleted scene is arguably even more astonishing than the symbiote suit, believe it or not. It involves Spider-Man from the PlayStation 4 game making an appearance during the climactic battle, effectively canonizing him in the Marvel Cinematic Universe (MCU). Several possibilities may explain this inclusion. Firstly, he could have a substitute for Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield in case they had to drop out of the movie. Given that there were multiple versions of the final battle featuring various character combinations, this seems plausible. Alternatively, this might have been Tom Holland's Spider-Man simply receiving a new suit before the showdown, mirroring the events of the film, with the added twist that this new suit closely resembles the Spider-Man PS4 outfit. It's conceivable that the scene where his advanced suit merges with the Iron Spider nanites to create a new suit may have evolved into this PS4 inspired design. Spider-Man PS4 and Miles Morales were already integrated into the Spider-Verse animated films, albeit as animated characters. Many of you might recall the live-action crossovers with Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, and Venom. Therefore, it's reasonable to anticipate more live-action incarnations of these characters appearing in future Spider-Man films set within the Spider-Verse.